So today we'll discuss about Karnaugh maps. It is also called as K maps. So in that we'll discuss about 3 and 4 variable K maps. Okay. K maps, so it's nothing but a diagrammatic representation of a Boolean function. So this particular representation we call it as a map. So this particular map method, so it's first proposed by Veitch and then it is later modified by Karnaugh. So it is also called as Veitch diagram or K map or Karnaugh map. Okay, so as we know that, so if you have a three variable function, say a, b, c, then it has got 2 power 3 or 8 rows in the truth table. Similarly, if you have a 4 variable, that is 2 power 4 or 4 variable, then 2 power 4, so that is equal to 16 rows and so on. So in the same way, so I can have a 5 variable function, I can have 6 variable function and it can be repeated. So if your function evaluates to 1 or output evaluates to 1, then you have to place a 1 in the K-map. Similarly, if your function evaluates to 0, then you have to place a 0 in the K-map. So when you write the cells will be adjusted in such a way that, so each adjacent cells will just have a 1 bit difference. So they just differ by only 1 letter. So this is a two variable K-map. Okay. So two variable K-map is illustrated with the example of a two variable function. So which is given as a bar b plus ab bar. So wherever you have this a bar b plus ab bar, so there the output will go high. Okay. So now this particular term, if you see, so this is nothing but sum of product, that is SOP. So here the output, we call this is also these terms as mean terms, that is product terms as mean terms, and output will be evaluated to 1. So this is what I have written here. Okay, so next is you have to put these numbers in the cells, K-map cells. So here one corresponds to 1 and one more 1 corresponds to cell number 2. So this is how you do a two variable K-map. Variable K-maps. Okay, so this relates to a function of three variables. So I can say that it is same as constructing variables on a cylinder, such that leftmost and the rightmost edges of the map, so they touch each other. So as an example, just consider this, that is f of abc equal to a bar bc plus a b bar c bar plus abc bar plus abc. So this is the uh, truth table of that. So wherever those function is there, that is summation. If I write it in decimal notation, so it relates to 3, 4 and 6 and 7. So when I write a three variable map, so here it will be 0, 1, and you see you don't write here 2. Instead of that, you'll be writing here 3 and then 2. That is 1, 1 and 1, 0. Because if you just see, if I write here, instead of writing 1, 1, if I write 1, 0, 1, 1 and 0, 0, 0, 1. So if you just check this 0, 1 and 1, 0, so there is a bit difference of 2. Whereas in K-map, always you have to write bit adjacent cells with a difference of only 1. So that is why we write 1, 1 first and 1, 0 later. So that is nothing but the gray code equivalent of this particular number is this one. Okay. So after that, just put the cell. So 0, 0, 0 corresponds to 0 cell, 0, 0, 1 corresponds to 1 cell. In the similarly, 0, 1, 1 corresponds to third cell and 0, 1, 0 corresponds to the 2 cell, second cell. And just write wherever, that is for 3 output is 1, for 4 output is 1 and for 7 output is 1. So just place a 1 over 3, 7 and 4 as well as in 6. So this is how you enter a variable in the K-map. Function whichever they have given, so that is f of abcd is equal to summation 0, 3, 5, 11, 12, 14 and 15. Okay, so this is one example, the previous one whatever we have considered. So here you have this f equal to summation of 0, 3, 5, 11, 12, 14 and 15. So already I have said this. Okay, so if you have this summation term, then it is nothing but it is mean term output will be evaluated to 1, and final expression you are going to get a sum of product terms. Okay, so this is what you have to be very careful regarding to this. Okay, so next we have to check wherever this already they have given what is it. So ABCD corresponding to 0 cell you get 1, and 5th cell you get 1, 3rd cell you get 1. So wherever you have this 0 1 0th cell and the 3rd cell, 5th cell, similarly 11th cell, that is here 12th cell, and 15th and 14th cell you just place a 1. So this is how you write the cells in the K-map when it is a 4 variable K-map. So next comes the product term. So product terms in this means it means the output will be evaluated to 1. So that is nothing but POS, or it is nothing but the mean terms. Okay. So here you can see, you can just, as I said, you can group 2 cells, you can group 4 cells, you can group 8 cells. So if you group 2 cells, then you are going to get 3 variables corresponding to a 16 cell K-map. So if you give group 4 cells, then you are going to get 2 variables, and if you group 8 cells together you are going to get as 1 variable. So first is grouping of 2 cells means you are going to get 3 literals. So if you just check this first grouping, so I can group these two together because they are just differing from one literal, that is 0 1 and 1 1 if I just consider. So there is only one bit difference between 0 1 and 1 1, that is A B C D, A B and C D. So I can just group this. So writing expression for this is, so you have A B as 0 1, CD as 0 1 and 1 1. So write this AB as it is. So since you have a 0 over here, I have to write it as A bar, because I have to consider, since it is a product term, output will be evaluated to 1. So wherever you have 0, you have to write it as complement of the number. So A bar, B you can write directly, and in this column you have to write the term which remains same in both the cases. Now if you just check, D remains same in both the cases and it is evaluated as 1, so you can just write the equation as A bar BD. So in the same way you can do also the grouping of columns, that is, now if you just check the second grouping, so you have if you check the second grouping, that is this one, so you have AB as 0 1 and 1 1, whereas CD you have is 1 0. Okay, so if you just check here, B is same, so I can write it directly. C is 1, so you can write it directly, whereas you have D equal to 0, so I have to write it as BCD bar, so that is this one. So like this you can group 2 cells. In the same way you can have also grouping of 4 cells. Grouping of 4 cells, as I've said, your product term will contain only 2 literals. So grouping of 4 cells, so one possible combination is grouping like this. One more combination is grouping like this. Okay, so you have to make sure that while grouping there will be just only a bit difference of 1. Also you can group like this, and also you can group like this, because if you just check here you just have a bit difference of 1, as well as the 0 0 and 1 0, you can see there is only difference of 1. Similarly you can group all the cells in the corner as 4 cells grouping. Okay, so now if I just consider this thing, how to write the expression I'll tell. So it is 0 1 1 1, this corresponds to AB, and then you have CD which corresponds to 0 0 1 1. Sorry, 0 0 and 0 1. So as I already said, so here you are going to get 2 literals in the product term. Okay, so if I just consider this first one, so here B is common, same, it is, so write as it is B, and here you have C same, okay, that is 0 0, so write C, but it is complemented since it is 0, so that is the first term BC bar. So in the same way you can write all the other expressions. Next is grouping of 8 cells. Also it is possible to group 8 cells. So in this case what you have to do is, so you have to check that where you can group 8 cells together. Okay, and you have to see wherever the output is evaluated as 1, and if you have a bunch of 8 cells together, first thing is that you have to group those cells together. So if you just consider these 8 cells, so as I already said, so you just get only one literal. So if you consider the first one, so you have 0 1 and 1 1, so this corresponds to CD. So you can see that D is same, so you can write the expression as only D. Okay, so also you can group like this. Also you can group like this, and also you can group this corner and this corner. So that is possibility of grouping 8 cells together. Okay, so now we'll see some of the examples by which you can reduce the K-map. Okay, so it's very simple examples we'll see. Okay, so already you have seen the product term. So next is the sum term where the output will be evaluated to 0, and we call this as max term. Okay, and we denote it by pi notation. Okay, and finally whatever the expression we get, it is product of sums. Okay, so here also you can group like this. Okay, group of 2 cells. So when you group 2 cells, you're going to get 3 literals, but these will be in the form of sum terms. Okay, so if I just consider the first one, that is this grouping. So you have AB as 0, 0 and CD as 1, 1 and 1, 0. So now if you just check this AB, so you have to write AB. Okay, and here since your output will be evaluating to 0 and you are writing the sum term, so wherever there is a 0 you write the literal as it is. So if it is evaluating to 1, then you have to write it in the complemented form. So for example, here if you check C is common and it is 1, so you have to write this as C bar, and while writing, how you have to write it is A plus B plus C bar, since it is the sum term. Okay, so in the same way I can also have this combination second term, this the second term what they have shown here. Okay, so second term, so I have AB as 1, 1 and 1, 0, CD as 0, 1. So this A is common, which is 1, 1. So I have to write it as A bar plus C is as it is and D as D bar. So this is how you do the grouping of 2 cells. In the same way, you can have grouping of 4 cells as how you have done in case of product terms. Okay, so here also you can have this first grouping like this, or you can also group in this way, or you can group in this way, only columns. Okay, only columns if you group, then you get only the column terms, that is CD. Only row if you group, then you get only the row terms. So if I just consider the first one, then I have 0, 0 which is corresponding to AB. So I am going to get as A plus B. Similarly here if I just consider the column, then you have C plus D. And if I just consider this, so I have B which is same, so I have to write it as B bar, and if I just consider 0, 1 and 1, 1, D is same, so I have to write it as D bar. So this is how you group 4 terms together. Similarly, I can group 8 cells. Okay, so this is one of the possible combination of grouping 8 cells. Okay, so if I group 8 cells, I am going to get only one literal. So for example, if I just consider this first case, so I have 0, 0 and 0, 1 which I am grouping in the row wise. So just I'll get the literals either A or either B. So here A is common. Okay, so that I have to consider as a literal. So since it is 0, so I can write it directly as A. And similarly, if you consider the second case, so it is I am grouping the columns. So I have 0, 0 and 1, 0 which is corresponding to CD. Okay, and now here D is same. Okay, and it is evaluated as 0, so I can just write it as simply D. So this is how you group 8 cells. Okay, so next comes the minimal sum. Okay, so minimal sum corresponds to product terms. Okay, so minimal sum of product terms, they can be arrived by following process. First is that it is this particular minimal sum of product terms, so it is associated with sum of product terms, that is SOP, that is mean term, where the output will be evaluated to 1. So for next step is you have to check that. Next step is you have to construct a K-map for the function. Then you have to identify the essential prime implicants by locating the essential 1 cells. Okay, so if all the subQs corresponding to the essential prime implicants cover all the 1 cells, then minimal sum of all these essential prime implicants can be obtained. Okay, so next question is regarding minimal sum. So already we have seen what is minimal sum. Okay, so next we'll see how to find the minimal sum for the following Boolean expression. If a Boolean expression or a Boolean function is given, how do you find the minimal sum for this? So as you can see, so they have given f of a comma b comma c equal to summation 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. Okay. So for this you have to find the minimal sum for the following Boolean function f of a, b, c equal to summation 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. So for this you are supposed to find what is the minimal sum of this expression. So since they have given summation, so it indicates that this is a main term, okay, and here the output will be evaluating to 1 and you are supposed to find what is the sum of product. The final expression will be in this product, in this term, that is sum of product term. Okay. So minimal sum always corresponds to main term. Okay, now just put those values here, 2, 3, so I have just put here already 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. So next is you have to group. So grouping has to be done in such a way that so you don't simply group the elements. So the each ones has to be grouped in the K-map. No ones has to be left idle. So all the ones has to be grouped. So you can group with either you can group with, sometimes if it is not possible for grouping, so it can be grouped with itself. So here if you just check, I don't have any 8 cells grouping or 4 cells grouping. So only possibility which I can do is 2 cell grouping. So that I just do that. So this I can group. So this I can group together. This I can group together. That is 3 and 2, 4 and 5 and 5 and 7. So if I am grouping 3 and 2, then the expression what I am going to get is a bar. Okay. So this is now B is common, and here if you see, so this is a 3 variable K-map. So if you are grouping 2 variables means you are going to get 2 literals and 2 cells, and if you are grouping 4 cells means you are going to get 1 and literal or 1 variable, and if you are grouping 8 cells means then the output might either go high or low. So depending upon what it is. Okay, so this is about how you have to do it. So I already have shown this. So you get it as for the first, here I have all the groupings I have shown. It is A bar B, then for second it is AB bar, and third one it is BC. Okay. See, in the same way I can see either I can group like this or I can group like this. 5 and 7 also can be grouped together. So that is what it is done here. So F will be equal to A bar B plus AB bar plus AC. So this is how you group a 3 variable. So this is one more problem. So this is an example for 4 variable K-map. So here also you are supposed to find the minimal sum, but what they have given is, so they have given you the max term expression. Okay, so maximum expression is given, so you are supposed to find the minimal sum. So first thing is that you have to convert this max term to, so this here output will be evaluated to 0, max term to mean term. Okay, so you can just write this 1, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15 as 0, summation of 0, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So wherever you have the 0, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so there you can just put the cell size 1 or name the cell size 1. So now you just need to do the grouping. So I'll just start with this. So I can just group this 12, 13, 8 and 19, 8 and 9. So first thing is that I'll check for 8 cell grouping. So that is not possible. So I'm going for 4 cells grouping. So if you just check, so these 4 cells can be grouped together. Okay, so and I am left with 1. So my intention will be I have to group maximum possible cells. In that case my expression will be reduced faster. This is how we can do, and the last grouping is I can group this 3 and 7. So this is what is done here. So what I'm going to get, so I'm going to get it as first expression I have written here. So this, if you just check, A is common, so I have to write as it is, and here I have C as 0, so it is AC bar. Next you have B bar C for the second expression, that is this one. So here if you just check, okay, so you have 0, 0, AB as 0, 0 and 1, 0, and CD as 1, 1 and 1, 0. So this is common, so that is B is common, that you have to take, and one more C is common. So that's why you are going to get as B bar C. Similarly, you can get B bar D bar, and last one will be for this term, that is A bar CD. Okay, so this is how you do the grouping for a 4 variable. Now next is the minimal product. Okay, so you have already seen minimal sum. So in the same way, this one more, that is minimal product. So minimal product of some terms, so they can be arrived by the following process. Okay, so minimal product is the product of some terms associated with the essential prime implicates. Okay, so here whatever the thing, the previous case we were telling it as essential prime implicants, here you are supposed to say essential prime implicates. Okay, so this minimal product, so here always the output will be evaluated to 0 and it corresponds to max term. Okay, and the final expression what you're going to get is product of sums. Okay, and we call it as minimal product and the output will be evaluated to 0. Okay. So this is about the minimal product. Next is you have to find out the minimal product of the Boolean function. So they have given f of a comma b comma c equal to pi of 247. So they have given pi means output will be evaluated to 0. So wherever you have this 247, you are supposed to place a 0. So already it is placed here 2, 4 and 7. So now if you can check that these three cells, they cannot be grouped with any other cells. So only possible way is you have to group with itself. So I can group this 2 with 2, 0 with 7 with 7 and fourth cell with fourth cell itself. So if you write the expression for this, I'll just take this as the first one and this as the second one, third one. Okay, so I just write the expression already here, it is given. So if I consider this first one, okay, so it corresponds to a equal to 1, so I have to write it as a bar plus, here you have b plus c, because why? Because b and c is 0, so I have to write it directly. So this is the expression, that is this one. Similarly, I can have this a plus b bar plus c, that is this one, and last one is corresponding to this. So it is a bar plus b bar plus c bar. So this is how you write a Boolean function or a minimal product of this particular term. Okay, so next is you have to find out the minimal product of this particular expression, whatever is given. So here they have given the summation term, so which means they have given mean term. So you are supposed to find what is the max term of that, that is pi of this. So what you are supposed to do, so you have to just write equivalent pi of this and then just put zeros in these positions, that is 0, 1, 2, 5, 7, 8 and 10, and then you have to start grouping. Okay, so grouping, how can you do? So I can just group all these terms in the corner. This can be done, grouping corner cells. Okay, then how to group this one? So I can group with 1 and 5, also I can group with 5 and 7. So this is how the grouping has to be. Okay, so here this is the grouping they have shown. Okay, so this particular corner cells already have set. So if I just consider this corner cells, so grouping of this corner cells, how can you do it? So if you just check here, B is same here, so I can write as it is B, and if you CD you have as 0, 0 and 1, 0, again D is 0, so I can just have it as B plus D. So in the same way you can write for these two cells. So this is how you do the grouping in using a K-map for 3 variable K-map as well as 4 variable K-map. Thank you. That's all for today. Thank you so much.